Hello and welcome to my channel. In today's video, we are going to discuss about circulatory system. Circulatory system includes heart, blood vessels and blood. Today in this video, we will be specifically discussing about blood vessels. So blood vessels, as we know, are of three types: arteries, which are red in color, capillaries and veins, which are blue. Arteries are red because they carry the oxygenated blood, and veins are blue because they carry deoxygenated blood. Now they are responsible for transporting blood throughout the body. Arteries take away blood from the heart and veins return deoxygenated blood to the heart. Arteries are connected to veins through capillary beds where an exchange of metabolites occur. The arteries have thicker smooth muscle and connective tissue than the veins to accommodate higher pressure and speed of freshly pumped blood. The veins are thin walled as the pressure and the rate of flow are much lower, and veins are structurally different from arteries because veins have valves to prevent the backflow of blood. Veins have to work against gravity to get blood back to the heart, and contraction of skeletal muscle assists with the flow of blood back to the heart. Three factors that influence blood circulation are resistance, flow, and pressure. Aorta artery that branches into other major arteries which take blood to different limbs and organs, and arterioles diverge into capillary beds. They contain a large number of capillaries that branch among the cells and tissues of the body. The capillaries converge into venules that connect to minor veins, which connect to major veins and that take blood high in carbon dioxide back to the heart. Resistance depends upon few factors like vessel length, vessel radius, and blood viscosity. These factors can alter resistance. With increasing length, increasing viscosity, and decreasing radius, resistance is increased. Veins have lower resistance and rely on valves to prevent the backflow of blood due to their wider lumen and lower pressure. Blood pressure is the pressure that blood exerts on the wall of the blood vessels. The pressure originates in the contraction of the heart, which forces blood out of the heart and into the blood vessels. Second is flow. It is the movement of the blood around the circulatory system. Relatively constant flow is required by the body's tissues, so pressure and resistance are altered to maintain this consistency. A too high flow can damage blood vessels and tissues, while flow that is too low means tissues served by the blood vessel may not receive sufficient oxygen to function. Flow is high in arteries due to their narrow lumens and high pressure, but lower in veins due to the lack of pressure. Capillary bed, they connect small arteries to veins, and there are two types: true capillaries and vascular shunts. True capillaries branch mainly from arterioles and provide an exchange between cells and the circulation. Vascular shunts, short vessels that directly connect arterioles and venules at opposite ends of the bed, allowing for bypass. There are three main types of capillaries: continuous, sinusoidal, and fenestrated. Continuous have an uninterrupted lining and allow only small molecules like water and ions to diffuse through. Sinusoidal, they have larger openings in the endothelium, and these type of blood vessels allow red and white blood cells. Fenestrated, they have pores in the endothelial cells that allow small molecules and limited amounts of proteins to diffuse. Next is blood hydrostatic pressure. It is the force exerted by the blood confined within blood vessels and heart chambers, and this is the force that drives fluid out of capillaries and into the tissues. Carbon dioxide transport and level in blood. Carbon dioxide are transported in the blood from body tissues to the lungs by one of the three methods. First is dissolution directly into the blood, binding to hemoglobin, and carried as a bicarbonate ion. Carbon dioxide is more stable in blood than is oxygen. About 7 to 8% of all CO2 is dissolved in the plasma. And carbon dioxide can bind to plasma proteins or can enter red blood cells and bind to hemoglobin. So now when carbon dioxide interacts with hemoglobin, it forms carb amino hemoglobin, which goes to the lung, and here carbon dioxide now can freely dissociate from the hemoglobin and expelled from the body. The enzyme carbonic anhydrase, which is present within the red blood cells, quickly converts carbon dioxide into carbonic acid, and it is an unstable intermediate molecule that immediately dissociates into bicarbonate ions and H plus ions. This allows for the continued uptake of carbon dioxide into the blood down its concentration gradient. So it also allows for the continued production of H plus ions, and if too much H plus is produced, it can alter blood pH. However, hemoglobin binds to the free H plus ions, limiting shifts in pH, but the newly synthesized bicarbonate ion is transported out of the red blood cell into the liquid component of the blood in exchange for a chloride ion, and this is called chloride shift. The benefit of the bicarbonate buffer system is that carbon dioxide is soaked up into the blood with little change to the pH of the system, and when the partial pressure of oxygen and carbon dioxide change at high altitudes, the bicarbonate buffer system adjusts to regulate carbon dioxide while maintaining the correct pH in the body. And that's all about the video. Thanks for watching.